I'm actually going to read 2 poems. I'm going to read one of John G. Hall's poems as well, with permission, actually, because I think, unfortunately he couldn't make it tonight, partly because of poverty. This is a poem which is quite an old poem now, actually, the old pound coins used to have writing on the side of them, usually in Latin. One was in Welsh as well, actually. So, anybody who can speak Welsh, please accept my apologies for my terrible Welsh pronunciation. But this is called Decus et Tutame, which is the words that were in, which was the English coin. The others were Welsh and Scottish pound coins. All my life in the presence of pound coins won't be time enough to decode the words etched on their sides, but they mean business to my creditors. I've heard the clinking colloquy of coins in hand. It says, look after the pennies, we'll look after ourselves. What they don't say, they'll leave only pennies to pay the bills. Bastards. Things won't add up, but are good at subtraction. Money swears, it says, fuck off out of here. Clyde oil beef in glad, which is to say, give me all you've got and I'll still out the door. Bye. And off it trots to someone else's till. But then more coins come along, say, hi, we've got nemo me impune lacessit, pal. We'll buy you the earth, heaven, hell, a whole warehouse of consumer goods that will never be yours. Now, sir, please sign on the dotted line each fortnight. We'll barely keep you alive, a fickle bunch, eager to be spent, bartered, exchanged for thin slices of action. There goes another old friend, off to squander itself. When it's all gone, I'll count out the change from 0, lose it in my pocket full of holes.
Woo!
My Scottish accent is even worse than my Welsh. Anyway, this is John G. Hall's poem. I'm going to read a poem of his called "The Chills of Chorlton." I'll say something about him first, actually. Have to find some. John G. Hall was founding editor of radical arts magazine Citizen 32 and was a political activist in the 1980s. Got kicked out of the Labour Party for being a militant. John was published in Emergency Verse and the Robin Hood book, edited by Alan Morrison. Also in volumes 1, 2 and 3 of the Best of Manchester Poets. His collection Poems for Explosions is published by Crisis Chronicles Press in Cleveland, United States. His latest book, Making the Dark Visible, is published by Some Roast Poets Publications. He runs the Manchester Beat Poetry Night, Beatification. For the past 10 years, he has organised a writer's retreat on the island of Arran, Scotland, as a degree in English Literature and Creative Writing from the University of Salford. And this is called The Chills of Chance. Her revolution starts with this scratch card and ends in the food bank, with a bag of white sugar, assorted canned products and starvation weaponized into a sponge soaked in vinegar on the spearhead of a savage, absent class. Head down, she rubs harder, then blows the silver away and begins to scratch again. Thank you.
Woo!